ladies, it's Jess again with part 2 of our beachfront body line. I want to go over our tanning, our self tanner. So if you want beautiful, nice, natural looking glow that is going to develop over 5 to 12 hours, going to last up 4 to 7 days, if not more, depending on how you prep and you nourish your skin after you apply your tan. And you don't want the nasty smell, you don't want the streaks, I'm going to say it again, you don't want the nasty smell. This is huge. The smell factor is huge for me because self tanners are usually orange and stinky, not these. This is my favorite tanning products ever. I've been totally obsessed, and I'll show you my before and after at the end of this video, so be sure to stick around. So, so first thing I want to show you is the spray. The spray is probably the most user-friendly. If you've never used a tanner and you're nervous, try this, okay? It's a little bit less as far as volume, so it's going to be a little bit less in cost, but it's great for applying all over your body, for your face, your chest, even your back. You can lean forward and spritz your back, but I'll go ahead and do a little swatch on my arm. You want to be sure you're exfoliated and your skin is prepped, okay? An applicator, you can get an applicator really cheap, dollar store. They have bigger mats. You can wear gloves. You want to also, when you're using this spray, make sure there's something on the floor, or make sure you're not doing it in a place where you care if bronzer droplets fall down, okay? So you want to shake it a little bit, and you don't want to spray too close because then you're going to look, you know, blotchy and you're going to see it, but you just spritz and you take your wet applicator and you do circular motions and you just make sure that everything is covered. That's it. Okay, you're not going to have to, you know, once it's dry, you're not going to have to rinse anything off. It smells great, none of that nasty smell. That's the big thing. I'm not going to look orange. I know I recently saw like I don't know the name of it, but it was like a foam, and she rubbed it in, and then she had to stay home for a couple hours, and then she had to jump in the shower. It was just a huge process. This is very, very simple. Okay. So that is this spray. The lotion, it's a little bit thicker, and again, you can do, there's a lot of different ways that you can apply this. You can do half and half with regular lotion and blend that in because it is, again, a little bit thicker. I've personally had a little bit of water in my hand and put a little bit here, made a little, and put it all over my face. I've done that. You can use the applicator. I like to have a little spritz of water to help things smoothing it. The thing is just smoothing this around. You don't want to over rub though. And when you are going over, you know, elbows, knees, and wrists, you want to take whatever's left on your applicator at the end when you're doing sections. When you're done, big sections, you're going to go over your wrists and your elbow, and that's it with the residue. Because, I mean, we're not naturally tan here, you know, and you don't want bronzer to be built up there and you see all those lines and all that kind of stuff. That's not pretty. So you're going to take, sometimes you can wet your skin after you take a shower. You're a little bit damp. I found that that works a little bit better too. When you're a little bit damp, your applicator is going to be a little bit wet, and you're going to do sections. Okay, it's a thick lotion. I always put a little bit on applicator, and you're going to go circular motions. You're not going to go up and down. You're going to do circular motions. Like I said, it has a built-in bronzer, so you don't want to over rub. The bronzer is to help you, it's like a guide, so you can see where you're applying. Okay? So that's it. Okay? And then you want to go put more and go to the other side. Okay? So the big thing is exfoliating, not putting product directly on those drier areas, and short, like small circles, small sections at a time, because you don't want those long streaks. Not pretty. If you have any questions, if you have any problems, if you happen to find like, oh my gosh, I have built up bronzer here, I have orange palms, I do know that baking soda, bath, exfoliating with a scrub can help slough off some of that stuff. But private message me. These items are available to purchase on my website by themselves, or you can purchase through a collection to save a little bit of money. I love them. Stay tuned for my before and after. It's pretty shocking. From ghost to bronze goddess. Bye guys.